Hey guys, welcome to General Query. This is Fonz. I go by he, him, and his.
Hey guys, and this is Zuki, and I go by she, her, and hers. Welcome to another episode of General Query. Hi. So we
We're gonna skip the how are you question.
we're
Just
just gonna skip. We're just gonna skip it
yeah,
because we all know how we are all collectively doing. And that's not well, bitch. And that's an ode to Dorinda Medley from The Real Housewives of New York, if you're familiar. Somebody has the audacity to ask
I
this
don't know
woman.
her.
You don't know her? Listen, queen of queens, okay?
Right.
Um, Somebody in a party in like this posh like New York penthouse has the audacity to ask Dorinda as she's like 3 drinks in how she's doing. And I'm gonna do a reenactment for you really quickly because it's that iconic. So this person goes up to her and it's like, "Oh, hi Dorinda, how you doing?" She loses it, by the way. She goes, "Oh, hi Dorinda, how you doing? You know how I'm doing? Not well, bitch." And she walks away. And part of what's amazing about that is that she's over people being fake and asking her how she's doing because they know that the answer is not well.
Right.
And she's over it. And that's me right now. The answer is not
Not
well.
well.
And then walk away.
Right.
Um, yeah, it's been because of that. We're like, let's do this. Let's have a little fun.
For
Let's,
our sake. Let's just
for
have
our sake here,
let's just have a little laugh.
let's just have a little giggle. Let's have a little kiki
Yeah.
together because, well, I mean, shit's on fire.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about
Right.
that. Hug your village, if you're a hugger. If you're not, like send them a funny meme, which is mostly how Fonz and I express affection towards each
Yeah,
other.
now it's a lot of like TikToks and
Yeah, and I think
reels.
yeah, and I think a lot of you guys will identify with this. Fonz and I solely communicate via reels on social media, and we just send them to each other. And what's great is we both know when the other wakes up. Because normally I wake up to at least 3 to 4 reels from Fonzie by around 6 a.m. So
Yeah.
that's where our mental health is.
Right. Yeah.
And that's fine.
And even
that's
before
fine.
bed, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you'll always see a couple before bed,
Always.
just because I'm like
Always.
catch up on life.
Always. Really quickly, I do want to make mention. So in our arrangement, I'm right now, for the most part, managing our TikTok because of, the shit that went down. We're having some access issues for Fonzie. And I think it's important to call this out because I'm not very familiar with TikTok and I've just sort of been, getting familiar and scrolling through stuff. And I just want to know what is going on with folks regarding the Luigi Mangione thirst traps. There we go. Okay, so that's our target audience, and that makes me understand why maybe I'm being recommended this stuff as I'm scrolling through TikTok on the general
Yeah,
queer TikTok. People are
losing it
hilarious,
with
losing
right.
it, losing it.
Look, I looked it up this morning.
Okay, tell me.
It is worth looking up. That's all I can say.
Are
That
you
thing,
referring to the sex tapes, the rumored sex
the
tapes?
Italian sausages, yes. Yep, worth it.
Okay,
Not disappointed. Look it up.
there we go.
Yeah.
As always here at General Queer, we always encourage you to do your own research. Don't take our word for it. Do
Right.
your own research.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. People that know me know that I have a very peculiar, not tastes, just preferences.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm
Yes.
saying this thing is worth seeing, is you better get on Google now
You
or
better
X or
Google
whatever
it.
the
Whatever you need to get
yeah.
on, get on that.
Or get off.
or get off, whichever. I think my favorite part about it all has been, so through all this like horrendous shit show of mess that has been going on with this administration, I've realized that black and brown communities find a way to joke about something at every turn. Like everything's funny, which I appreciate for everyone. One of the things that I love about brown communities, and this is like the Latino community specifically, is that they are so unserious. Okay. I came across several edits of pictures of Luigi Mangione to the background song of El Bombón Asesino, okay, by Ninel Conde. And for those of us that might be listening that don't speak Spanish, El Bombón Asesino literally translates to the killer heartthrob, or the murder. Yeah, the killer
It's not
heartthrob.
even like, well, I guess it would be heartthrob because it's not as literal as like the actual
word.
marshmallow. But
Yeah, it's not a marshmallow, but by bombón we mean like heartthrob, like
yeah,
handsome, right?
yeah, like
that's what we
cutie.
mean. Cutie.
Yeah.
And that's the song that people are putting to the background of pictures of Luigi Mangione in literal court, okay, while wearing a bulletproof vest to be tried for murder.
Yeah. They've also started making memes and, reels and everything about Zoe Saldana because she won supporting actress. And she is like, Mama, Mama. And it's so funny because it actually plays well with pretty much anything, like getting abandoned in the supermarket by your mother.
Mama, or you're in the line for the supermarket already, and your mom's like, I forgot something, and they leave.
And then it's your time to pay, and you're like,
Mama,
so
Mama.
I think it's beautiful, yeah.
Yes.
But you're right. We're so unserious about it. But the thing is, like, I don't know if it's delusion or whatever, but that's our way of coping with shit. Okay.
We laugh about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think like that's trauma, baby. That's trauma, baby. I love it for us.
Trauma. We do, yes, we do.
And I love that for us. And I love that because guess what? While there may be some like early for people that are foraying into scary times, you think you're gonna tell Latinos anything? You think you're gonna go to black folks and be like, this is scary? We know. We've been known. Thank you very much.
Scary, for sure.
We know scary. Thank you. And so I'm loving it. I love it. So yes, all that to say, this is a lighthearted, kiki little sode. And because we want to keep it lighthearted and kikiing, we're going to talk about worst first dates. Okay. Now these are coming straight from the internet because we've had a dating episode before, where Fonzie and I talked you through our dating experiences and views, which are vastly different. So if you have time, go back and listen to that episode because it's worth it.
I remember that was one of our few first ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really good. So go listen to it, go watch it. But in this one, we're just gonna read you some amazing Reddit stories and let you know how we feel about them. Yes. As per usual.
I totally up and I opened a really long one, so I'm just gonna close that one out. We don't want a 20-minute story.
Maybe not today.
Yeah. Maybe not ever. I mean,
okay. Hey, really quickly, guys, just because like I want to make sure that we are all on it. I make sure you do your taxes. That's it.
Public announcement. Do your taxes.
Public, yeah. Do your taxes.
Or avoid them, like I said. Just kidding.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
But do your taxes. Love you guys so much. I just want you guys to do your taxes.
We should get sponsored by H&R Block or TurboTax.
Something. TurboTax. I do use TurboTax, guys.
Me too. I've been using it for the past like 10 years. It's so easy to do it.
It is so
Maybe?
easy.
Holy f***. I'm 34. I've been using it for over 15 years.
I'm just 32. I'm just a 32-year-old baby.
I'm turning 35 next month, which is not bad. I mean, honestly, I think I look pretty good for 35.
Baby, you look great.
Especially when we look at videos from people in the 90s that were 32. I'm like,
It looks
holy
50.
I look 26.
I agree. I love that. I love that. Okay, so do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, Miam.
Okay. This poster says, I had a strange first date. Let's see if it's actually strange. All right, me, 18 female, and my date, 23 male, met on a subreddit. Okay. And
That's
talked
like code for 2025 Craigslist.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's code for 2025 missed connection. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know.
Right? A little bit.
Yeah.
A bit. Okay. Met on a subreddit and talked for a couple weeks. And then he decided to drive up to where I lived to meet me. So we went to the mall and we were shopping in Barnes and Noble while chatting and joking around with each other. Then I got a Radiohead album. All right. I wanted, and we went to get some Chick-fil-A. Okay. Then we love a little homophobic chicken. Then we went to eat it in his car, and I wanted to watch YouTube in the background. So we started watching Gideon Predator catches on my phone, and then we had sex. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty unconventional first date, if you could even call it that, you know? But we are so comfortable with each other, and I think we made it work. I don't know. Can I have some opinions? Because I'm conflicted between if this was actually kind of cute or if it was really weird.
I want to slap her.
Please tell us why. Break it down.
Primarily because who the cares? If you enjoyed it enough to spread your legs, then brava. It was a successful date.
Successful date.
Yeah. Who cares what other people think?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If you guys could still, like, be connected enough to be like you and a bone after watching, like, Catch a Predator videos on YouTube, I feel like there's something there that's probably worth pursuing.
Yeah.
You know?
Who cares if it was an unconventional first date? Like, what is conventional?
What is it?
So this is the thing, like, people need to stop caring about what other people think and what society expects out of you.
Oh
like,
my God.
First of all, one, you're a female and you enjoyed this guy enough to that's great.
And that's hard enough.
You know, that was a great first date. Like, you know, enjoy it, move forward. Why do you have to make it weird? Why do you have to overthink it?
Yeah, no, I agree. I can't disagree. I just think, like, first of all, like, I like the, like, non-high stakes of just picking up some, like, fast food. Like, hey, hanging out in your car.
We've talked about this before too. First dates, like, there's too much pressure put on it.
So much pressure.
Why? For what?
For what?
Usually you're disappointed. Why are you doing this whole ordeal for the first time you meet someone?
I agree.
You know?
I could not agree more.
As long as you shower, wash your naughty bits, you should be fine.
Refer to a couple episodes back. Wash your ass and your pussy. Bussy.
The dick cheese.
I've heard someone in my life that shall go nameless refer to it as the doo-doo puss before. Wash your doo-doo puss. Wash
goes
it all.
that goes to our women listeners, to our gay listener,
Please wash your
and to our
doo-doo.
straight listeners. Like, guys, wash
Wash it. Wash your doo-doo.
wash your doo poo. What the?
Yes. So no, I mean, listen, it's high stakes enough. People get stressed enough about it. Like,
Yeah.
if it's enough for you guys to go to Chick-fil-A and chit chat and like watch stuff on YouTube, go. I mean, amazing.
Great. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about
Yeah.
it. The only
mean-
weird thing is, asking.
Yeah. Asking if it's weird. No.
Yeah.
Who cares? You enjoyed it.
cares?
You. Good for you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Snaps for
Hope
you.
you had protection. You don't want an unwanted child out of first date.
Or gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is very prevalent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially in straight people, they don't regularly take their tests. You know, they
No.
talk shit about us gay people and bisexual people and promiscuous people, but we take care of our shit. We have to get tested every 3 months.
That's right.
Anyway.
Anyway, that's not a sore spot at all.
All right.
Hang on.
Moving on. Filth. All right. If I'm going
Okay.
on first dates, do I need to make it a point to tell my sexuality? Interesting. I'm 25 years old. By my ex-girlfriend, 28, was my first queer relationship. She frequently used my sexuality as something to start fights about.
Ooh.
You like men. You just don't want a man, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And make me feel horrible about. There's a lot of like quotations and like little parentheses everywhere. And I'm like,
Sure.
girl, I know you need to clarify, but just kidding. All right. And it made me feel horrible about. She was abusive, and I was finally able to leave after my many months of torture. Okay. So I don't know how much of this shit she said is widely believed in the general lesbian community, because she was my first queer relationship. She did
Okay.
a lot of horrible shit and made me think that's just how relationships with other women are. More intense than being with men. I've been on dates before where lesbians didn't care that I was bi, but my ex made it seem like no lesbian wants to be with a bi woman. Oh, we've talked about this before.
We have. Yeah, we'll reiterate some stuff.
Yeah. And that I was evil for not telling her until about a week into us talking. I don't know if she harbored all of those feelings. We went
Yeah.
on to date for a few months, and I don't know why, despite her biphobia, I dated her. I'm in therapy, lol. But I'm starting to date again, and now
All
I
of us.
have
Yeah.
and now I have a date with a beautiful woman tonight, and I'm worried that I'm a bad person for not telling her that I'm bi prior to us meeting. But it just feels weird to mention after 3 days of talking out of the blue. Our convos have been great, and she didn't give me biphobic or bi-repelled vibes. But I don't know what common practice it is. Is it expected for me to bring up? Is it expected for me to bring it up during our first date? I just don't want to be misled or don't want to mislead anyone. But also, I date and I like women, so I don't quite understand if it matters. But also, I guess it could just be a preference. I don't know. I would appreciate the advice. Please try not to be mean. I'm sensitive. LOL.
I'll let you start.
There's an edit to this, but I have a lot of opinions.
No. I'll let you go. Obviously, as our resident bisexual, please.
Correct. So yes, unfortunately, this is something a lot of bisexual go through. I've been part of this too, where like gay people blatantly tell me I could never date you because I never know if you're going to cheat on me with a woman, or I never know if you're going to leave me for a woman. Which, hello, I am currently with a gay man who has zero issues with that. So, like, if they bring up anything like that as a bisexual, I tell you, run away. They're not for you. You will never change their mind. They will never change yours. You like what you like. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. And to your point, like, it's fine. We've talked about the Kinsey scale. Like, you are always going to be more leaning towards, being
A
a
preference.
gay or being a lesbian or being straight. Like, there's a gray
Yeah.
scale, and that
Yeah.
gray scale goes from white to being completely straight to black being completely gay, and all that little gradient
In between.
is in between. So
Yeah.
I mean, I completely get her. Like, it is concerning. It is always a question when you go into a date, to think of, like, I wonder how they're going to react. Because once
Yeah.
again, you never know how gay people, like fully out and proud lesbians and gays, think. To her question, as far as like, is it something that I should mention? I don't think. I mean, it's timing. It's just like coming out of the closet. We've mentioned this before too, where like for bisexuals, it's always a matter of coming out of the closet consistently, because it's like something people don't really understand, how one
100%.
person can be attracted to both sexes. And I'm pretty sure pansexual people can relate to that as well. But it is kind of like you decide, just like coming out, you decide when it's right for you to tell them. And if they are the right person, then they'll have zero questions, zero remarks, zero concerns about it. So
I agree. I agree, Fonzie. I couldn't agree more. Like, I think, and I think to your point about this grayscale, right? Like, I'm in a straight relationship, right? And I consider myself a straight woman, but it's interesting, not too long ago, and I may have shared this anecdote with you, but definitely not on the pod. My husband and I went to like a new city to like explore and like hang out or whatever. And we went to this amazing diner. And it was so good. The food was amazing, whatever. However, I was particularly taken with our server. I found her very beautiful and just like so charming. And I was like a little flustered around her, you know? And my husband made a comment that he's like, he's like, it's so funny. He's like, I literally have never seen you be this way about men. He's like, ever. He's like, I'm not making opinions on your sexuality. He's like, I'm just telling you. He's like, it's so funny to me. He's like, that if I were that type of person, I'd be looking at the women, not the men, because you're just taken with women, which is so true, right? I just found her so interesting, you know? Like I just wanted to be her friend. Which is hilarious. But again, in like that thing, like my partner wasn't like, that's fucking me, 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 me. Like it wasn't that. It was like he was just making an observation, right?
right.
To my
And even
behavior.
then, even if you didn't just want to be her friend, like even if you were intrigued by her and maybe like you felt some
Yeah,
desire to like touch her body or like maybe like kiss her, like that would be perfectly normal, because we
right.
are human beings and we
We're
can
human
experience
beings.
those things. And for example, I mean, you've mentioned this on the pod before, but like your husband has this kind of like thing for Zac Efron. It's not necessarily gay,
It's not.
but
He's
in
like,
his
that's a
mind,
dude.
yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
hot man,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
perfectly fine. Once again, there's a gray
Exactly.
scale for everything. And
Absolutely.
once you find that kind of like healthy relationship where you can
Yes.
do those things,
And say those things,
say
right?
those
Like,
things for sure. Even in a gay couple, like being able to be, having dinner and you have a hot, if you're like a hot, like a gay couple, two men, and then you have a hot gay waiter, it's fine to say like he's hot. You know, like, whoa, did you see his ass? You know, it's fine. Like, that is what a healthy relationship looks
I
like.
agree.
Share your opinions.
I
You
agree.
shouldn't be hiding what you think because you're afraid your partner is going to go psycho on you.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you're right. The bi erasure of it all
Yeah.
is an issue,
Yeah.
right? And that's the thing. Like we know that this happens and we know it's like pervasive, right? I think to your point, Fonz, like the key here is finding someone that you don't have to mask around,
Yeah. 100%.
right?
Yeah.
Because that's not a life. That's not a life.
Yeah. No.
It just isn't.
Yeah.
So
Like
yeah.
yesterday, my boyfriend and I were watching something. Can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was the address to Congress or whatever. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
there was like this family, like this woman had lost her husband, and then there was like the youngest child, and then there was like I guess the oldest child. The oldest child was like so beautiful, and I looked to my boyfriend and I was like, "Oh my god, she's like super hot."
Yeah.
Weird compared to her mother. Just kidding.
Not a family
But
thing.
it
Yeah.
was just a comment. It was perfectly fine. He didn't feel threatened, and it was, you know, it is what it is. That's how it should be, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Speak your mind, people. Next story.
Speak your mind. So next story. This is kind of really sweet. Okay. First date. I'm 23 years old and I struggle with my self-esteem. I've been on this journey of finding myself and my purpose. I've never been on a date and I've never even had a boyfriend. I've recently put myself out there on Hinge. There are a few guys wanting to take me out. Any advice to overcome my anxiety and fears?
How old is she again?
23.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have much to say about this other than go for it.
Go for it. Go to a public place. So,
Yeah.
for example, really, really quickly, like if it's your first date, like first, like actual, like be going on a date thing, go somewhere public and don't do dinner. Like, don't do something big. Do like a coffee date.
Yeah.
Because coffee dates are great for like just talking to people. Like, right? Like, and in coffee dates, you find if you have any chemistry with a person within like 5 minutes. Seriously. It's really easy to be like, okay, even if you are both awkward, it's really easy to like, okay, I think I can like sit.
Also, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they drink coffee.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If like, for example, this is why Fonz and I are best friends, because if we would have gone on a date to a coffee date and this person would have been like Americano, whatever, whatever, I'd have been like, and be like, oof, okay.
That's a choice.
All right. That's a choice. Literally, this is why this only works as a friendship, because so many of his dietary choices are an enigma to me.
Yeah.
The shit that he drinks, I will never understand. But all that to say, but again, if we were to meet all over again and we were going somewhere to get coffee, we would have been yapping for about 4 hours.
Right.
Nonstop. That's the thing about coffee dates, is that because it's so kind of intimate and like you're not eating, you're just drinking something, you may be having a pastry, if you're a little peckish or something, it's really easy to just talk to someone.
Yeah, and you don't have to be thinking about like, oh, I can't get pasta because I'm going to get my face all dirty, or like, I know a lot of people have all these like weird stigmas about
hang-ups with food.
Yeah, and then like, oh, I have to get a salad because I don't have to show myself to be greedy or whatever. Like, whatever. Anyway.
Right. No, all that. So I think like for my advice, if this is literally your first time trying to date someone, keep it really low stakes, guys.
Yeah.
Coffee date, something really, really simple. Meet at a park. public places
Yes.
are key.
Yeah.
Go somewhere public.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're a girl, actually, no, not even a girl. If you're anyone, let a trusted person know where you're going.
Have someone on speed dial for sure.
Absolutely. Have someone have your location, whatever it may be. You just never know nowadays, guys. Like, don't take your
Unfortunately.
safety. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's just a reality.
It's
Don't take
reality.
your safety for granted. If you're going to go out for a first date, let people know. And also have like, okay, if I don't text you by this time, call me. That
Yeah.
kind of thing. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's important. So
sure.
no, I mean, I think, right, like if you're going to go on a first date, keep it low stakes, right? And enjoy yourself and you'll know. Trust me.
100%. Yep.
You'll know.
100%. I agree.
That goes, yeah. That goes for friends dates too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone new? Just SOS, just in case. All right.
Yes.
So
Go.
let's go ahead and take a little break, and then
Okay.
we'll come back with a couple more stories.
We'll be right back. All right, guys.
So we're
All
back.
right. So we're back. We're back. And it's Fonz's turn to give us a little story.
A
Hit
little
us.
story. Okay.
Go for it.
So I went out on a first date with a girl about 25 years ago.
Oh, boom. Okay. All
Oh,
right.
do you even remember?
All right.
I went and purchased new jeans, new shirt, new shoes, got a haircut. I was sick. We went out for sushi. We had a nice time afterwards. We decided to go to a bar, and she liked and listened to some music. We get to the bar, and we get seats, and I order drinks from the bartender and continue chatting up my date. I
Okay.
noticed that she became very quiet, sort of intense. I keep yapping away when the bartender returns and slaps our drinks in front of us with such intensity, have my beer sloshed. I've never heard that. Sloshed out?
Okay.
Sloshed out of the glass onto the bar. My date says, "You're an asshole," to the bartender. The bartender, you're a My jaw dropped, and I said, "Hey, what the f?" The bartender says, "I'm her boyfriend." The date said, "Were my boyfriend." I realized I was being used to piss off her ex. I said, I needed to use the restroom and excuse myself. I left. About 10 years ago, I saw their wedding announcement in the paper. Remember our petty episode? So this is not how you do it.
This is not it. This
It
is not
It is
it.
petty, but it is not how you do it. Don't use other people. What the f?
Oh my God.
And they got married. That's a cute little toxic relationship. I love it. They'll be
was
so
about to
happy
say.
together.
I'm sure you're still happy. You know, you tell everybody through gritted teeth how happy you are. You know, it's very that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This poor guy.
That's a common theme where like people use other people to make their ex jealous. Don't do that.
Also,
Grow up.
grow up. That's another thing. Like, I think of like, if I were to ever run into any of my exes and they were trying to make me jealous for whatever reason, I would grab whoever they were dating and I'd be like, come here, sit down.
Good
Let me
luck.
tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Sit down. Sit down. Love your outfit, even if I don't. Love your outfit. Sit down. Stop it. Stop. Don't. Okay? You go in and have a great day and you reevaluate your fucking choices. Like if you're ever being used to make anybody jealous,
You're not it. Yeah.
You're not it.
Yeah.
You're toast. It's over. They're gross. Like, who behaves this way? Are you kidding me? What is this? First grade? Get out of here. Ew. Ew. No.
Ew,
This
David.
Ew, David. Literally.
Yeah.
Also, women, and I'm talking to women specifically. If I ever see women out here in this world fighting over dick, I'm gonna sit you down and make you remember who the you are. It's embarrassing. Don't you ever, and this goes to women, men, they, thems, non-binary folks, do not ever fight over penis. And let me tell you why. It is aplenty. Okay? Number one, you can find penis around the corner. Okay? I'm pretty sure if I leave my house right now and I go about maybe 5 minutes, I can find penis. I'm pretty sure. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm sure. It is not this like thing, this resource that is scarce and it's going
No matter how good it is.
no matter how, it doesn't matter. I
Yes.
guarantee you can find better. Okay? And even if, like, come on, guys. Come on. You're
Grow
fighting over
the
a man.
fuck up.
Grow up. You're fighting over a man. Ew, boo, boring.
Yeah.
Boring. Some orange man is taking away your rights and you're fighting about penis? Get out of here. Ew.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy, buy yourself a penis on Amazon if you must have one. I don't understand.
That reminded me of like a story.
Yeah.
It wasn't a story. I think it was on a show, on a reality show. Anyway, it was like, so this girl had her ex's mold, like penis mold,
Yeah.
like a vibrator shaped like her ex's penis, and she would use it up until she met this new guy who they're not now married and engaged or whatever. Well, I think he was married or engaged, one of the other. Anyway, and so the new partner was like, well, should I be worried that she's still using that? And so the general consensus was like, no. And then she ended up throwing it away, like throwing away her multiple clones of her ex Willie. But yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's really not. So let's not lose our dignity over some dick, guys.
Dignity over dick. Don't do that.
Dignity over dick. Like, please don't. Dick is a dime a dozen, guys. Wow. And that's why you listen to General Query, for that valuable information. Okay. So let's see. I'm next. This one's kind of a doozy. Okay. The question was, what's the worst first date you've been on? So this person goes, mine is with a guy I met on Bumble. We met up at a Starbucks. Okay. And he talked nonstop about himself for 2 hours. I barely got to say a few sentences that entire time. I didn't even get to order anything to drink because I felt bad to interrupt him. He didn't even get up or order any coffee for himself. So I felt stuck sitting there and listening to this man. I wondered how he was able to speak for 2 hours without having anything to drink. He must have been really thirsty afterward. Also, he was a lot shorter in person. He put in his profile that he was 5'8", when in reality, he was probably 5'4". They do an edit that I'll read now because it's important. Wow, I didn't expect any of this to get this many responses. Thank you all for sharing your worst first dates. I no longer feel like mine is that bad. Listen.
That is pretty bad though.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad. The fact that I just went on about how coffee dates are the safest, and then this person says this, I would have been like, I need a latte. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, hey.
Here's the thing. It speaks volumes to the level of confidence this person has.
Yes.
Because one, She did not stand up for herself, being like, "Hey, pause a minute. I need a latte. If I'm going to listen
Right.
to you for 2 hours, I at least need my little caffeine."
Right.
And then second of all, like, how conceited is this guy that he could go on talking about himself for a good 2 hours? Like, what the?
Also, like, I don't know. I guess this comes with like being like self-aware people. But after a while, I'm like bored. I'm like, okay, so that's me.
Yeah.
You
No,
go.
but like, okay, look, maybe he was nervous, you know? So like he just rambled on and on and on and on because I
I
can see a
mean,
nerd doing that, you know?
yeah,
But also
maybe,
like consideration for others, you know?
just little things like that. Also, like, listen, you're right. It might be like he's like just a little bit,
That's me being very generous.
very, very generous. Because I also think like the audacity that most straight men carry in their bodies is a marvel to see, truly. Like I don't understand how that works. So I think like for a lot of them they're like I am the prize, whatever. So they're like you want to listen to me
And
and
that voice specific.
like that voice specifically. I watched this amazing video by someone saying that like somebody needs to take like podcast equipment away from straight men, and I agree. And but here's the thing, like because they're out here talking and debating things like should women have the right to vote? And also I'm a high value man. Are there any high value women left? And I'm like,
Let's go back to our red flags episode.
red flags episode. If anybody tells you that I'm a high value whatever, run.
Left.
It's over. Gone. Can you imagine the absolute audacity of some dipshit with barely a high school education, if that, to tell you that they're a high value man?
Even if he has a fucking double PhD, like
No. Who cares? Who cares?
yeah,
They threw away their money and all the time of their professors. Bye. No. Garbage. Friends.
gross.
Yeah. Gross. Okay.
I think she
She up.
Yeah.
She fucked up.
She should have just been like, "Hey, please hold. Let me grab some caffeine.
Latte.
When I come back, I may or may not sit with you again.
Right.
We'll figure that out."
I agree. Okay.
Anyway.
You go.
All right. First gay date. Felt bad. Okay.
Okay.
Finally, I took the leap and went on a date with another man tonight. And I was really excited and horny, of course. Don't do that. Don't go on dates when you're really horny.
Okay.
It's called a pocket. Yeah, during the date, everything felt so wrong. We went out for drinks. I was very uncomfortable and decided to end it early. Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
At first, I was like, what the fuck? I'm straight. What am I even doing? But now, a couple hours later, I think romantically about having a boyfriend again. So, what felt so wrong during the date? Well,
yeah,
it was obviously just a really bad match. But what really irked me was probably the feeling of not being queer enough. Oof. He really did have this sassy yes queen stereotype gay energy, which is sort of what made me feel weird about seeing him and not having that energy myself. Exactly in the same way I feel when I meet hetero girls, but the other way around. I truly understand the not straight enough, not gay enough thing now. Ugh. Sometimes I wish I was just gay or straight and not this weird queer nothing type. But I'm gonna remember that there's no point in wishing you were something you're not. You can't choose these things. Poor baby. I wonder how old he is, because that's how I felt when I was like first coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I was, so we've talked about this before, but I came out when I was like 21. And I remember 21, 22 was like my self-discovery period, and I was kind of secretive about all of it. And I remember thinking that, like, I'm not gay enough, but I'm not straight enough. So like, what the fuck am I?
What am I?
Yeah. And I think, I mean, if it's his first gay date, then that's perfectly normal, especially for bisexual men. And I don't
Sure.
know if he's bisexual because he didn't make it quite clear.
Oh, right. No, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, it's
That's
definitely not clear from what he wrote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just my assumption that he might be bisexual and he's kind of like in that discovery period where
Yeah,
he's
that
like,
in between.
I'm
Yeah.
not manly enough for women, but I'm not gay enough for men. So
For
like,
gay men. Yeah.
word of a sin. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one bad gay date. Like he was too Yas Queen for you. I mean, that's fine.
Which
Also,
is fair.
yeah, I've also mentioned it before where like when I first came out, I was not into femme gays at all. It was not my thing. I was not attracted to them. It was something that kind of repulsed me at first.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just go again, try it again with someone different.
Yeah, no, I would say so. I would say so. And I think like and it's interesting because it's all perception,
Yeah.
right? Like it really is all perception, right? Like some people might appear very queer to you, some folks may not. Um, and the person next to you might have a different opinion, right? About how queer someone presents or not. So yeah, that's the thing that's tough. It's a very tough road to,
It's just self-discovery. That's all there is.
yeah,
It
you
was
have to
your
be
first
patient.
date. It was your first date. I mean, I give you props for thinking it would be ideal.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Yeah.
You didn't know any
We
better.
love the innocence. I hope this
We
person is
love,
not 35 because,
can you imagine?
yeah.
Well, you're a late bloomer too, you know?
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Good luck. Um, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think
Try wearing some heels next time.
next time, try to, do something like that. I think I have one more, and it's just a question from this person. Uh, Somebody said, and I already know the answer. Is it only a straight thing to worry about whether or not sex on the first date is appropriate? Appreciate the advice. That's it. That's it.
Ask any gay person. That's all.
Yeah, and I would say they would tell you, yes, it's
Yeah.
a straight person thing. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Let's compare relationships to buying a car. Okay?
Okay. Here we go. Whew. All right. Let's do this. Go
When
ahead.
you go to a dealership, aka a bar, you want to test drive the car before you buy it, right?
Yeah.
So you want to ride that dick before you commit to it.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
sex on your first date, yeah, why not? If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. At least you got a bone out of it. We love
Yeah.
to see it.
And here's really funny thing. Fonz was there when I started dating my now husband, or not even dating, started seeing. This person started coming around my circle. Okay. And from the beginning, Fonz called it, right, at the time. But this is how supportive, and I use that term loosely, Fonz was at the time, is there was a fun night had, and this, my husband now, was there and all this stuff. And the amount of openings that Fonz facilitated for sex to happen between us on the first shot, first opportunity was hilarious in the way that this is the thing. Fonz is very subtle and very specific about a lot of things. He wasn't subtle or specific about any of this. It was very obvious what the goal here was. And yes, all that to say, Fonz is like a huge believer in try it out, get it done, see what you think, and then that way you can move on with a full set of facts.
Right.
And that has its place. However, I'm going to go ahead and speak over here for the vagina holders that may be listening to this. First date sex is tricky, and here's why. Where are you going to be doing this thing? That's important if you are a vagina holder that presents femme, because that's scary Larry. You don't just go anywhere to have sex with some person that you met like a few hours behind. You can, but you're taking some risks. And that's not on you. That's on the world and society as a whole. And so, it's like a little bit scarier, I guess, if you're me and you're like, okay.
That's what I was going to say. I think it was just you holding yourself back because of societal expectations, because it's so easy. Like, where? Libraries, cars, a closet.
Sewing room.
Exactly. You had a sewing room floor to yourself.
Yep.
There was a bathroom right across from you. You could have easily walked yourself over when you were done.
That's right. Yeah.
It could have, at least, get it fluffed up, fill it out, see if it's a good fit or not. If it isn't, then you know what it is, and you would have moved on. You had a yellow brick road to f***ing odds, and you didn't take it.
I did not. Yeah. I did not.
But here we are 10 years later.
But here we are, almost 10 years later. And
you're welcome.
Welcome. That was a good choice. So all that to say, it is a straight notion, 110%. It is. Yes. There's some validity in terms of like safety and like what goes on in straight relationships. But that's the thing. Very similarly, things like that happen in gay relationships too. Like things can be scary no matter what you're doing, right?
You need a douche before, for sure.
That is a danger of the doo-doo puss, as we like to say. Here at General Query. Yeah, so no, I think more than anything, when you're going on a date, trust your gut. Like if we're gonna close this episode on that. You need to trust your gut, guys. Like I know that
if it feels right, if it doesn't. Just
you do.
Listen to that voice.
You do. And I think that in today's society, we overcomplicate that fact. We do. Sometimes, guys, it's really that simple. If it doesn't feel right, then it isn't.
Right.
Period.
That's it.
And if it feels right, then it is.
Then do it. Do what feels right. Period.
Do what feels right, guys. Like, come on.
Whether it be sex on the first date, great. Whether it be just to kiss, perfect. You decide.
Yes. Let's just like, you don't overthink things that don't need to be overthought.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Yes.
And that applies to everything.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate.
Don't overcomplicate things. And maybe you'll have less horrible first dates.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I wish that for you.
Luckily, we no longer need to suffer through those.
Yeah, thankfully we're done.
Yeah. The other day, my boyfriend and I were talking, and we were both like, well, let's say, a couple years from now, things don't work out or whatever, like, would you try to date someone else? And we both said no. Like, I don't want to go through that over again. I don't want to meet anyone. I don't want to pretend that I want to be with anyone. I just want to be me. That's it.
I'm done.
Done.
No, my partner and I, husband and I have had that exact same conversation where I'm like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Like, this is like
No need. Yeah.
actual work. Like, this has taken years and years to build
Yes.
and to establish
Not
and all
doing
of this
it again.
stuff. I'm not doing it again. If
Yeah.
it doesn't work out, you know what? We had a great run.
That was
Thank
that.
you.
Yep.
That was that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this again.
Yep.
I'm not.
100%.
Because what? I'm going to be what, in my mid 30s? No, sir. I'm tired.
You're like, I need to be in my prime.
I need to be in my prime. At that point, hopefully, I would have only ever been through 2 Trump presidencies. We'll see if we get another presidency from anybody else, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yes.
I'm tired. So, how did we get here? Anyway,
Yeah.
yes. Ignore societal norms and follow your gut, because it's never wrong.
Listen
It's
to
evolutionary, guys. That's evolution. That's your evolutionary fight or flight telling you what to do. So
Don't
just
force
listen
it.
to that.
Doesn't
Don't
matter
force it.
how hot he or she is. I mean, he or she is. Doesn't
Don't.
matter how good the dick is. Don't force it.
You can find another one. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And until next time, this has been
General.
General Query. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
See you later. Bye.